You agree, disagree, sound off, text it, voice note it, debate it. Comments section, Monday to Friday from 7 to 7:30 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
Get ready for something special. St. Andrew Technical High School, STATS, celebrates their 65th anniversary with a fair and open day under the theme Healthy 65th, Reshaping Our Health Together. Join Cliffviews Online on Thursday, April 16 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're coming to you live from the campus with energy. Explore student displays from business, science, agriculture, and technical departments, plus clubs like Key Club and 4-H. Enjoy free services like optical care, cholesterol checks, immunization, HIV testing, and more, with partners like the Ministry of Health and Bellevue Hospital. It's all about community and wellness. We'll have exciting interviews with alumni, students, and leaders, plus highlights of 65 years of excellence. You don't want to miss this major milestone. Catch it live on Cliffviews Online, Thursday, April 16 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's STAT's 65th anniversary. Also, tune in to this broadcast on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by St. Andrew Technical High School.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's Word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
Rainforest, I go give you plenty healthy ways to switch up your meals. Fresh flavor that we need. A new recipe every day of the week. And look how good me feel.
The time by Rainforest Caribbean is
3 minutes after 7.
Think that we're not getting no breathing space. And guess what? Chicken and beer. And guess what? Yes, them up. Alright. Yes, 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 yes.
Funny, but it isn't.
It isn't.
It's funny, but it's not funny. People, I don't even have a joke. It's obvious. It's so obvious why we played that song to start off today's public, not even public opinion. The comment section here on Nationwide FM, hosted by Mahiri
and Shaloy.
Indeed. It is your turn, folks, to share your thoughts on trending issues. And let me tell you something. There's nothing trending more than what we're about to discuss in public opinion. It is time to conserve.
And that was one of the, what's the word I'm looking for there?
The warning
given by the Energy and Transport Minister Darrell Vaz. Speaking today at the post-cabinet media briefing, he was saying that the government is weighing the option of implementing some movement restrictions, including the COVID-19 style of working from home,
just
to
so
kind of
aren't out there on the road wasting gas,
to conserve on the fuel, given what's happening in the Middle East.
Indeed. So as
and
we know,
go ahead.
We have to add a little bit more context. So, folks, as you know, because of the war,
Yes.
fuel prices have skyrocketed. And you may
Consecutively
not
over
have,
the last few weeks.
indeed, and you may not have been feeling it because Petrojam has been absorbing the hike in prices. But the minister said, listen, we can't do this
continue.
forever. Can't do this forever. And so that is why these measures are being suggested, but not yet, at least,
Nothing confirmed.
implemented.
Right.
But despite that,
We're asking. Wait, what were they?
amid
Rising fuel prices, would you welcome work from home measures?
So I have an absolute opinion on this, but it was perfectly reflected in one of the comments I'm going to read, so I'm going to just wait.
Okay.
I'm going to just wait till we find it. But yes, folks. But Shalai, what do you think?
I would love.
You know,
work
you say
from
no
home.
matter fuel or no fuel.
I'd love to work from home, yeah. Fuel or no fuel?
Fuel or no fuel, just yeah, man. Just say the word, and Shalai will just not turn up the next day. But the work's still
says
gonna
you?
do. What would I do? I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, walking here is not easy, you know. As you saw,
I know.
tired. I would not be doing any walking if I was at my yard,
Yeah.
don't it? But here's my problem, you know.
But are you concerned about productivity though? If it should be implemented, like, do you think you, Mahiri Stewart, do you think you would put out your all at home as you do here?
It wouldn't be the first I've done work at my
Yeah, man. I
house.
mean, consecutively for a limited time. What do you think?
Okay, so here's the thing. To be real, I've never properly worked from home before,
Same.
much less consecutive days. So I would have to trust myself. Yes,
Okay.
to be okay. It's different for us, you know, because we're news writers. Some people do have this luxury. Some people cannot work from home based on their job. So we are special in this case. But I have the capabilities to work from home. I can say that much. I can voice my rap them.
I have some. I can post.
I can cut my clips
online
with my
from
audition
home.
on my laptop.
Yeah, I can't do that
I
part.
can do all of them wonderful, wonderful things. So I could work from home if needs be. You hear that? You hear that, Joy?
Wink, wink.
Yeah. But
Let's see what the comments are saying on Facebook. Natalie Winter says, most definitely, if it was implemented during COVID-19, and now is the perfect time to perfect the system and take productivity to new heights.
Rashford Media says, from it was mentioned, I welcome the idea. The only thing, been a self-employed person, I can't stay home, got to be out there. Yes, okay, you see, now this is what I was afraid of, you know. Wonder if Darivaz knows that just because people are work from home means that them that no means that them not gonna leave them yard.
There's that, you know.
People still good.
I mean, in a sense, you would be restricted for a few hours.
Right.
Because you would be needed.
No, but
Work
that's a few
during the
hours or
work,
24
yeah.
in a one day. Imagine, all right. Imagine George give it 3 story for the day, and that is our mandate. We write them by 11 o'clock. You tell me say you're going to stay here for the rest of the day?
I see your point.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this won't necessarily mean that people just are going to stay home. So, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that them not at work and going to try to do the things that them can't do because they were at work.
Philip Jackson says, when we have a crisis looming, it's not about what we want. It's about what we have to do in playing our part to mitigate the impact of the effect and crisis that the crisis will cause. We all have to carry our share of the responsibility in good faith. This too shall pass.
George Elliott says this would be an excellent alternative if it's practical for the employer.
Over on Instagram, Only J Official says, even if fuel prices were going down, I'd still welcome work from home measures.
Okay, Nikolash says hybrid work all the way, blended learning with a combination of. Oh, we're not talking about school. Whoa, hold on a minute. That is a whole different discussion. Yeah, because that is a whole other discussion the government's going to have about you're going to have online school because they don't want to put them on the road so that them don't burn up the taxi and the rural school bus fuel.
The learning loss will also come into play in terms of Melissa and Beryl and even the same COVID day.
It's going to take, because, all right, the workers in that case would be who? The teachers and the principal and the ancillary staff and all those people that need to get to work. So is it that The pin of them can't go to school and do virtual school and the teacher them there home.
Oh dear. Noxley says yes, work from home should definitely be on the table. But let's be real, this can't be the only solution. Many Jamaicans don't have jobs that allow work from home, so any move in this direction must be fair and inclusive. The smart move? Allow work from home where productivity won't drop. Introduce hybrid systems instead of full shutdowns. Put equal focus on helping those who still have to travel, and work from home isn't just a perk right now. It's a practical response to rising fuel costs, but it must be done in a way that benefits the wider population, not just a select few.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think. Yeah, I doubt I mean, you have to remember, so Minister Vaz said it as a suggestion. So
Yes.
obviously, this is something that cabinet is going to have to deliberate on and fine tune, as opposed to just saying, you know what, let's just work from home. It can't go so.
Right.
Obviously, there's going to be much thought put into it. Lovely Bloom K says, since it's not a lockdown, yes, I can work from home, and if needed, I'm still free to go about my business. I see that is the problem. You're not supposed to go about no business. You're supposed to stay at your yard. That is why Darrell Vaz is telling you to stay home and conserve on the gas, because
Yeah.
it's expensive. So don't go about your business, Lovely Bloom K.
Your base favorite says, yes, I want to be home all day. Evangelist Bennett says, nope, not as a parent with special need child.
You see, there we go. That's an interesting situation, yeah. And it goes back to what Noxie was saying about it not being a one-size-fits-all thing.
Right.
Because some persons can't do it, man. It's Lady K. Hutchinson says yes, and hybrid learning for schools.
Robert Gregory Lewis says yes. DB Bardley says, hell yeah.
Ooh. And we go over to X. It's Grant who kicks us off with open arms, anything to help us save on gas.
And Blessed One closed it out by saying yes. Let's see what our YouTubers are saying.
Let's have a look.
Mr. Gokam says, saving on gas, but then your home electricity bill goes up. Yeah, interesting take there.
That is true. Yes,
Yes,
but again,
because you'd be-
here we
Go
go.
ahead.
Let's bring it back to yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday's cover story. Because, and even this morning when I asked Minister Vaz, I'm like, all right, our electricity grid doesn't use as much oil for the whole grid the way other countries do. Some of it depend on LNG, as we found out in Melissa, when all the LNG parts were destroyed, so that we had to use the oil, and that is why the light bills were so high, because we could only use the oil because we never have no LNG. But on a regular time like now, we have the oil and we have the LNG, so we don't use that much oil in the light the way other countries would. So I think there's a chance that if everyone stayed home as opposed to going on the road, it would probably cost them less. But that's just in my head. I could very well be wrong about that.
Okay. Michael One says, absolutely. A flexible hybrid approach would be the most practical and fair response to fuel price pressures.
Okay.
MJM says, of course, those who are able to work from home should. It does, however, demand honesty, discipline, and maturity to this. I wish my profession had the capacity for this.
Yeah, Michael Wright says, not nurses and teachers have to go to school, but more so other people can work from home. This will be good for the country. I'm good for kids.
Mr. Das 20 says, as long as it doesn't decrease productivity.
Well, yeah. And one thing I should ask the minister next time I see him is whether or not this situation will affect the negotiations for the new energy license in terms of what measures are taken in times of shocks that cause light bills and fuel prices to rise. Because remember, one thing he told me is that he wants the new license to have more renewables in the grid. There's a lot of things he wants for it to be more affordable for persons. And I think if we had a lot more renewables on the grid, the oil prices, it still isn't that big a problem for us now, but it would be even less of a problem if we had more renewables in our electricity grid. But that's public opinion. Thank you as always for tuning in. Thank you as always for participating. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to find out what's cooking on the socials.
Jamaica, we have been tested before, and every time we rise. Together, we will rebuild stronger, safer, and united. Hope lives here. The time by the office of the Prime Minister is
15 minutes after 7.
He never shies away from taboo topics. Voyagings after dark.
The most riveting discussions.
Voyagings after dark.
Topics that are shunned by society.
And everything else in between. Voyagings After Dark with Korean Voyagings this and every Wednesday from 8 to 11 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
You can't miss.
What's buzzing?
Celebrity outfits.
Is that a hit or a miss?
Bust the odds.
Jamaica's Got Talent.
Wait, war man.
Hot takes.
Talk up the takes.
Actual factual.
Life is short.
Voyagings After Dark.
Come get your mind blown.
And your curiosity explored.
Get ready for something special. St. Andrew Technical High School, STATS, celebrates their 65th anniversary with a fair and open day under the theme Healthy 65th, Reshaping Our Health Together. Join Cliffviews Online on Thursday, April 16 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're coming to you live from the campus with energy. Explore student displays from business, science, agriculture, and technical departments, plus clubs like Key Club and 4-H. Enjoy free services like optical care, cholesterol checks, immunization, HIV testing, and more, with partners like the Ministry of Health and Bellevue Hospital. It's all about community and wellness. We'll have exciting interviews with alumni, students, and leaders, plus highlights of 65 years of excellence. You don't want to miss this major milestone. Catch it live on Cliffviews Online, Thursday, April 16 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's Stats 65th anniversary. Also tune in to this broadcast on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by St. Andrew Technical High School.
What's Cooking is brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Limited, Jamaica's leading distributor of industrial automation and control solutions.
Welcome back to the comments section. I'm Shaloy.
And I'm Mahiri.
And now we're going to see what's cooking on the socials.
Yeah, let's actually see. It's something we're going to have to see. What we're talking about now? We're talking about corner shops, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
And how, unlike a regular supermarket, when you go to these corner shops, there are certain ways in which you can purchase. And we're not even talking wholesale, you know.
Mm-mm.
It's a special. As a matter of fact, we could just watch the video and then talk. It's not gonna make sense. Let's watch the video first.
The things you can get at a Jamaican corner shop is unbelievable.
Half pound of rice, half pound of salt, half pound of sugar, 2 slices of bread, half cut of butter, big gill of oil, mixed seasoning, ketchup, quarter peas, cornflakes.
Yeah.
The good old corner shop, and that's what we're talking about today, because we've seen quite a number of comments on the matter and persons sharing their experiences about how they buy from the corner shop. But we want to know about the 2 slices of bread.
A lot of the comments were talking about that. It's
Yeah,
the
'cause
bread
it's like
for me.
2
slices.
2 slices specifically. Do you clearly you have some kind of plan in mind?
But a lot of the items are not new to me.
Oh, of course not the items, definitely.
Because for example, not just the items, but like how they're being sold.
Right.
For example, in country we have like the small bread. I think town people call it mongoose bread, and people buy like quarter of it, like quarter bread,
right,
or half a bread. People buy all 3/4 bread, and not the entire bread.
Because what they can manage is what they can afford.
Oh, you have in your pocket. So
what we want to know is what
probably the 2 slice is equivalent to the quarter bread.
There's no way 2 slices could ever be equivalent to a quarter, but
You
they
must
can.
say a mongoose bread, so a small bread.
No, but the slices that we see on those look like them cut like regular bread that you buy in a supermarket. So I don't know if that could, unless it's probably because it's white. I don't know.
Yes, need 1 egg and 1 slice of cheese.
That can be no. That can two slice can be quarter of a no loaf.
Well, no, it wouldn't. But I mean,
oh, you're just giving a hypothetical. All right.
a breakfast, that you know.
Yeah.
With a nice
one breakfast
a nice
specifically.
fried egg and a slice and cheese.
Yeah, but I mean, here's what I want to know. I want to know what is a Jill of oil. Because
The big Jill of oil.
What's a Jill of oil? How much does that? How much is that in liters?
I have no idea actually. But the term isn't new to me. It's new to you.
I've never heard that before.
Jill?
Nah,
Stop it. Are you a country boy?
Shallow, you know that when it comes to knowing about country, you supersede everybody in the newsroom. Shallow is then at the newsroom and say some sayings. But you have to ask your great grandparents for reference because we don't know it.
Yeah, I grew up with my granny in my ear.
Never heard of half-pound salt. Wow.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Half pound of sugar.
Yeah, I mean,
half pound of flour.
That the sound too weird to me.
1 pound of flour mixed with cornmeal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that one.
My ears, stop.
Whoa.
YouTubers, let me know.
Yeah, man.
Have you ever heard about like
tell us your corner shop order, YouTubers. Tell us
like
your corner shop order.
Flour mixed with cornmeal. Because some people don't like sauce of flour dumpling. They want a little bit of cornmeal in there.
Somebody comes and what you mean 2 slices of bread?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah.
MJM says, Big Jill, it's a true measurement. Yeah.
Yeah, but how much
I
is that?
I believe you've never heard of
I have
Big Jill.
never heard of a Jill oil, and I know when you're done, my mom's gonna be like, wait, you never heard of a Jill oil? Mommy, I've never heard you say that in my life. My grandma, when probably know what it is, but when never say it. I've never heard that before. But what I would have loved to hear is at the end how much it come up to. Yeah, how much you think all that come up to? A grand? Less?
Probably like 115 bills.
Yeah.
Or actually less, you know. Probably like 115 bills. Yeah.
Like, them people have a booming economy. But yeah, somebody says it's a lifesaver for a lot of people, I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine being able to buy things in the specific quantity you want would probably go a lot harder than just having to buy the entire thing. I mean, what if you really just want 2 slices of bread? What if you're not into the whole loaf business? What if you literally just want 1 sandwich?
Or that's all you can afford.
Yeah.
Charmaine Walker says, pound of mixed flour. Yes.
So
that's how you say it. Yeah.
So when them say mix flour, it's just implied that the mix is cornmeal and
flour. But it's more flour than cornmeal, you know. Kind of overpower the dumpling with cornmeal.
That's assuming you're making dumpling with it.
Assuming you're making dumpling. Right. But yeah.
Wow, man. Some downtown inner city shops have these, I can imagine. A squeezer toothpaste on your toothbrush.
I've heard of that.
Whoa.
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
But a squeeze.
Yeah,
Whoa.
so you just go with the toothbrush and then squeeze it funny.
So do they charge you just based on how long it takes to...
I don't know my hearing.
No, sir. This is serious.
Probably like $120. You've heard about the butter though, like...
Yes.
Okay, good.
I've heard at least that much.
Great, lovely.
But a squeezer toothpaste is nuts. Mongoose bread, dead with laugh. How that look? Yeah, I've seen. Okay,
yeah,
can't talk for corner shop, but I've seen mongoose bread in supermarkets. I don't know if it look the same, but it look long and
it's
kind of
similar.
flat.
Yes.
Yeah. I know mongoose
call
bread.
it small bread a country.
Oh, but no, it doesn't. It's smaller than a regular loaf, yeah, but I wouldn't say it's small in and of itself.
No, we just call it that. Yeah, small bread.
Wait, you see, we need to clarify something on this show, you know. Shallow country, I'm from a country very different.
Very different.
Very different countries. Yeah, I don't know how they do it up in Battersea. I really don't.
News commentator says some of these items are strange to me. Some of these things are strange to me.
Well, it could never be the items.
Yeah, not the items.
Yeah.
Probably just how they're being sold.
Yeah, because I mean, what she said. Ketchup, everybody have ketchup. Everybody have peas. Everybody has salt, bread, oil. Yeah, and honestly, that wasn't even like a toops of everything that she had in. She had a lot of stuff in that shop. If you skip to the end of the video. Yeah, man. A squeezer toothpaste. No way. This is what you would sell your sibling growing up. Yeah, man, I don't know about that. A squeezer toothpaste one serious. Yes, Carleen. I don't know about that. What do you sell? But a squeeze?
A squeeze. It's not new to me. I know I've heard this before.
So do people? So you're serious when you say people just go up with them toothbrush and just
Yeah,
ask
that's
for
what
the-
I've heard. I don't know. But me hear it
so
already. Yeah,
I
and
don't
squeeze.
know about that. A ketchup and oil in plastic bag. Of course, we see ketchup in
Yes.
plastic bag already.
Yes.
That's not new.
And oil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oil. The
The
Jill.
Yeah.
Oh man, mongoose bread. Yeah, man, it's a thing. You never seen mongoose bread yet? That one is a stretch still. What are you talking about? Oh, the toothpaste news commentator. We need Cliff to teach you the ways. I'm sure Cliff knows all about this stuff.
You think so?
Where I'm from again? Yeah, man. Surely. Sure, them send Cliff go the shop, go buy things for the house already. Surely. But you know what, folks? The longer we talk about this, the more we're going to get too deep into it. We need to accept certain things how they are and accept country tradition how it stay.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to end the segment. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to find our comment of the day.
What's Cooking was brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Limited, Jamaica's leading distributor of industrial automation and control solutions.
He never shies away from taboo topics. Voyagings After Dark.
The most riveting discussions.
Voyagings After Dark.
Topics that are shunned by society.
And everything else in between. Voyagings After Dark with Kareem Voyagings this and every Wednesday from 8 to 11 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
You can't miss.
What's buzzing?
Celebrity outfits.
Is that a hit or a miss?
Bust the odds.
Jamaica's Got Talent.
Wait, where man?
Hot takes.
Talk up the takes.
Actual factual. Life is short. Voyagings After Dark.
Come get your mind blown.
And your curiosity explored.
Welcome back to the comment section here on Nationwide 90 FM. We're winding down tonight with comment of the day. Shaloi, what's yours?
Mine is from Philip Jackson. Philip Jackson says, when we have a crisis looming, it's not about what we want. It's about what we have to do in playing our part to mitigate the impact of the effect that crisis will cause. We all have to carry our share of the responsibility in good faith. This too shall pass. And that's back to the public opinion question where we asked, amid rising fuel prices, would you welcome a work from home initiative?
Right. And for my comment of the day, it just came in from Charmaine Walker saying, so now I can get a packaged Jill of oil in the soup. I don't know about that, you know. I don't think that's going to work in the supermarkets, you know. I think this is a very country-specific terminology and a country-specific measurement. But when you look that up, if you ask AI how much is a Jill of oil, we need to find this corner shop, we need to find the lady and ask her how much liters is a Jill. Because it never looked that big, you know.
No.
It never looked big at all. That looked like a squeeze of oil.
Not the squeeze.
A squeeze of oil. But folks, thank you as always for tuning in to the comment section. I'm Mahiri.
And I'm Shaloi.
Special thanks to our producer Sonia Stewart, our technical engineer Andrew Glenn Anderson, our video editor Namar Williams, my younger brother Akil Stewart for our opening theme. It's time to conserve, everybody.
Yeah.
It's time to conserve that gas. See you tomorrow.
From the biggest tracks to the biggest energy, Nationwide keeps it moving.